Are you a lifelong fan of General Hospital?
Are you a new fan who wants to know more about the history of the show?
Do you enjoy talking about the show with others?
Do you find yourself yelling at the TV?
Is your self-care an hour a day in Port Charles?
If so, we invite you to join hosts
Amanda Kimmel
and Shannon Coach at the place where all the hidden conversations take place and secrets are revealed.
Meet us at Pier 54,
a General Hospital fan podcast.
Hi.
Hi.
Welcome to the April 27th through 30th and May 1st Flashback Friday of General Hospital.
Are you waiting for me to say I can't believe it's May?
Yeah.
Because that's what I say at the beginning of every month. Because this year, well, March went slow, but the rest of the year's gone pretty fast.
If there was a shot game done for us, it would probably have you do that, and it was a good week. And Mike going, and... Or, do you know what else I do a lot? I do a lot of blah, blah, blah.
Oh, yeah. But that makes sense. So you're good. You're allowed to blah, blah, blah.
I should do yada, yada, yada. I should change it up a little bit, you know, so.
Oh, there you go. You can try that for our summer sessions. Look, you can change what you say per season.
There we go.
There you go. All right, so you start. Because last week I started, so now you can start us.
I really like Molly, Sam, and Christina as adult sisters.
I liked them as adult sisters at the bar, but I did not like Sam going to the garage.
Oh, see, I wrote, we finally have our old Sam back.
No, because I felt like it was unnecessary.
No, she was going to make sure that, you know, he was keeping his distance. She was being a big sister. And then she threw in motorcycle knowledge. And I was like, yes.
I liked the motorcycle knowledge. I didn't like her going there to protect Molly. Molly's a grown-up, and Brando didn't do anything. If we would have seen him bringing it up or acting all weird around TJ, then maybe she had a reason to say something, but he was being totally respectful.
But Molly also did not tell them that. She did not say, he doesn't know, he didn't know. You know, she didn't add all that extra stuff into there, so.
I guess that's true. I don't know. I felt like Sam jumped the gun. He wasn't some predator out after her.
I was really happy that Christina asked her, so exactly what is the difference between marriage and...
Me too, because that's been the question on everyone's mind. What's the difference?
And then one said, like, you're just not a husband and wife, and she says, okay, and walks away.
Yep, because it doesn't make any sense.
Well, and she's like, you know, it has all the same legal, and it's, okay, then it's a marriage. Just don't call each other husband and wife. You know, it's
crazy.
Whatever. Although Brando's reaction to TJ being tied up when Molly told him was like nothing. He was just like, huh, how about that?
Yeah, I used to get kidnapped all the time. That's kind of what happens.
Oh, he got tied up. I used to get, I don't know. So
let's not go there.
And they messed up on Molly and TJ's, or Molly said that they were together for 10 years. And I was like, maybe they misspoke. Did you hear her say 10 years?
No, I didn't, but she had said 8 years just the other day.
She did. So I looked, and it's been 8 years, but for some reason she said 10 this week. So
maybe they were friends before that. She's counting the friendship.
Maybe.
I'll give her that.
What about you?
I think my favorite scene of the whole week was whenever Carly called out Sasha and was like, yeah, no, you're lying. Sorry.
I loved that. And of course, my boy.
Of course you did.
Loved him so much. I yelled so loud when he's like, and that's the biggest load of crap I've ever heard, or whatever it was that he said. I was like, yes. And JD was in the garage and came running in and was like, something okay? I was like, uh-huh.
Your poor husband.
So he had to come check on me and make sure that...
That was sweet of him to make sure that you weren't having a heart attack over your soap opera.
I feel like my love for him, Finn, and my husband, but Finn is who I'm talking about right now, was solidified this week. You know, and other people who maybe were like, why does she love him so much? Maybe now they get it.
It was very cute. I did, when I wrote the same sentence, and I put little heart emojis next to it, because he was being a good big brother. But I liked Carly's take on it, because it was kind of like, yeah, been there, done that. I've pulled these kind of stunts before, and I see what your true motive is.
Yeah, and I like that we weren't 100% certain You know,
Yes.
was she going to tear her a new one? Or was she going to say, yeah, that was dumb, right? So I'm really glad to
Hmm.
hear that it was the latter.
Yes.
And my favorite line for the week, though, back to Finn, was when he's like, there's no body count. Nobody's perfect.
I'm gonna start using that line in my real life. There's no body count. I'm good.
Yep, exactly. That's how we measure things now, is by our body counts. So far, I'm 0, you're 0. We
We're
are
good.
successful. Your kids are alive, my kids are alive.
Yes.
So far, so good.
My
That's
favorite line of the week.
measure.
Yes, exactly. My favorite line of the week was when Sasha called Nat bitch, and she was like, "Yeah, like you didn't know that. Like you weren't forewarned.
I loved that. She said you weren't warned, or
Like
yeah,
you weren't forewarned of that, or something like that." I can't remember. I didn't write it word for word, but it was
so did
the
I.
perfect comment.
Oh, I did. I loved that.
I liked the Brando saying. I want to see what dynamic he pulls in.
Yes, so do I. And I like that Sonny basically told him, you can stay if you want to. It's not, you can leave, you can stay. Period. Dev's back.
Yep.
Sorry, sidetrack.
It didn't like the way they just kind of had him show up, like he hadn't been missing for all these weeks. But okay.
In his room.
He was trying to avoid all the construction, right, as they were remodeling the living room.
Exactly. And he's a teenage boy. I mean, there's some days I'm not sure if my son's home or not.
That's true. That's true. I don't have that problem with teenage
No.
girls. They're very loud. Hmm?
I said, I'm kidding. I do know when he's home and when he's not, but it's
Right. I knew what you meant by the noise level. I don't have that with teenage daughters.
like I don't seriously know where my kids are.
Hey, he's an adult now.
Shush. We had to talk about it. So we will talk about that at reality check.
I just had to play with you on that one because I'm sure it's devastating.
I know. Well, you've been there, so.
Yep. I still don't accept it. So, and mine's 22. So
I like Alexis and Valentine and how their relationship is. I loved everyone who called Valentine out on this isn't you,
right.
I was
Yeah.
very glad that Charlotte ran away to Nina, because I was really worried that she was going to run away because the girls were resourceful. So
Yes. And I liked that Lulu is finally putting her first. Good job, Lulu. Gold star.
and she's actually the one who initiated it and said, see, and that's the thing. That's the Lulu that we know and love, is the one that was, I'm not happy about this, but okay, we have to do it.
Exactly. Yep. No, she finally got there this week. It's taken her long enough, but she finally got there.
Dear Lord, yes.
It took Laura getting that mom tone with her for her to finally see it.
And I mean, that was a really real moment where Laura and Lulu are having a conversation and Charlotte overhears, because it happens. You try your best to have conversations out of earshot, and
right. Kids know. They know how to listen.
Yeah. And Portia seemed to soften up this week.
She did. She's making a nice friendship with Liz. That was cute.
So maybe we have a new writer or two.
Maybe. I hope so. Or they're just getting better. I don't know. But she did seem more likable this week.
Because she did not have to come in with such a, because Trina's a great kid.
Right.
So I think that we were both just shocked at how abrasive she was.
Right. Because Trina was never like that. She likes everybody.
No.
I didn't like Trina and Cam this week, though, where she kind of just let him off the hook and he took it instead of admitting that he likes her.
I know. I thought he was going to. He kind of started to, though.
Yeah, it wasn't enough, though. She didn't get it.
Oh, no. It totally went over her head.
Yeah.
I am kind of sad for these kids, though, because like Joss and Dev just got out of lockdown and now they're going to have to go back into it.
Yep.
How ironic, though, that like those kids are going through that, as in real life when it's airing, we're going
right.
to school.
Yes. They keep saying, like, how did you get out? That's what the whole world's wondering, how we're all going to get out.
Exactly. Yeah, but that was really, I definitely thought that they were going to be talking about the kiss when Joss walked around the corner.
Right. So that they had to tell her. I would have liked that better.
But at the same time, I'm kind of happy that they didn't. But at the same time, Joss and Cam have told each other they're just friends.
Right. They're definitely in the friend zone. I don't think it's coming out of that anytime soon. She did seem a little bit jealous, but I think that was just friend jealousy, not she wants him for herself jealousy.
Well, she's probably like, oh, great, I've been locked away for however long, you've replaced me. Now you're BFF with Trina.
Exactly.
I mean, who knows? Maybe when they're adults, they will get together and it'll be a beautiful relationship.
We can reminisce about this time then in 20 years whenever they're the hot soap couple.
Oh, they better, because I know people are getting really worried about how much this is going to affect soap operas.
I don't think that longtime viewers are going to give up. I really don't.
You know what, though? I mean, I still keep reading about how the O.J. Simpson trial
Right.
is still affecting it.
Yes. Well, I mean, it's true. I'm not saying it didn't affect it. I'm just saying I feel like even if they had to take this whole summer off, like regular TV shows do, that everyone would still come back in the fall the way you do for your regular TV show.
Right. Exactly.
So at least I would hope so. I don't see it dying out.
And it's not like they don't have a ton of old episodes to pull from.
Right. I think we're good. I'm going to have a positive outlook for that.
Don't you hate when you're listening to a great podcast and suddenly you're interrupted by an ad? I know! Thank goodness Stitcher lets us listen to our favorite podcasts like Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend, My Favorite Murder, and many more ad-free for only $4.99 a month or $34.99 a year. Go to Stitcher.com/premium to sign up today. Use promo code PEER54 for 1 month free on us.
I liked Nell this week. I mean, I know she was being a jerk to everyone, but it felt true to how she is. So
I did like Michael beating up the tree and Willow beating up the tree.
I felt like Michael should have gone to the boxing club. That felt more authentic. He doesn't usually beat up trees in the park.
Yeah, but they needed him to be there to beat up the tree to help Willow.
That's true.
Because she wasn't going to go
That's true.
to the boxing ring.
Right.
Ring, not rink. It's not ice skating. Sorry.
I mean, that would put a new element to it. That'd be kind of fun. So yeah, that's really all I have.
We can talk about this week's Flashback Friday then.
That was a good Friday.
I loved it. So it was the 51st anniversary and it aired April 1st, 2014. And my first reaction was, why didn't they do the 50th anniversary? And then as we were watching it, I was like, no, I'm happy with this. We're good.
Yes.
Those pages that they did at the beginning, those weren't from the old episodes, right? Like those were someone now saying, paging Dr. Noah Drake to.
I think so. I'm not positive.
Because I don't think we ever hear pages.
I don't know. Did they used to page them? I mean, I guess I would have had to.
Yeah. We'll have to
So
go
I
back.
don't know. That's a good question. You should have found the answer to that. I don't know.
Well, I forgot to go back through my notes. It's a gorgeous day outside, and I sat outside until it was time to come in and record
Ooh.
in between other stuff. But I was like, nope, I'm taking an hour to myself, and I did.
There you go. You deserve it.
Thanks.
I liked that they brought the old characters back for the anniversary flashback, but it was funny because I was watching it with a friend, and they were like, wait, are they dead? Well, they're dead? But that one said, because at one point AJ's on the bed, and then he's talking, and he's like, what? And I was like, just be quiet, okay? Yes, I know who's dead. You don't need to worry about it. It was cute.
I like how for the introduction, it looks like they're going between the actor and the character. Because last week was Maurice, the week before that was Ava, and then this week was Scott Baldwin.
Yes. He was cute. I liked his opening.
I love he was trying to shave his own hair.
And I liked the scenes with like the 4 more mature friends from back in the day of Mac and Felicia and Kevin with Lucy, and then Lucy not knowing what to do about Scott or whatever. I wish they had more storylines for them.
I do too. They're a good foursome.
Yeah. And just throwing that little bit of extra in the mix, I like that.
And of course, this is when AJ died.
That was sad.
And we talked to Sean Kanan about it a little bit in our interview in November. So
right. When it came on the screen, I was like, I know him. Like we're BFFs or something.
Yeah, it bothered me. And I don't know why. I don't know. Maybe I did think about this back then. Stuart Damon's not dead. They could have had him come back.
Yes. I wondered why they did that also.
That would have been amazing to show him. I know that they showed him, I'm quoting right now, welcoming him, but it would have been amazing to have him maybe after Emily was perfect, reasoning with Monica and AJ, like that was perfect. But maybe as they turn to go, have Stuart Damon just standing there saying like, welcome home, son, or something like that would have been.
Maybe he had aged more than Emily looked like she aged, and they didn't want it to be that they were older, because you would be the age that you were whenever you died, We
don't know that.
That's how I assume it to be, and I'm assuming that the writers did too.
I'm sure. Listen, Carrie Fisher is dead. and they figured out how to have her in movies.
That's true.
Well, I mean, they took old footage, but they could have done that. They did it with, I am failing myself as a Star Wars fan. Peter Cushing. They digitally did his face. You don't know who I'm talking about, but it's okay. Other people.
I'm sure the rest of the world does because everyone else knows Star Wars stuff. I just don't. So I'll sit here and, okay.
But they also did it at the end of Rogue One where they did show Carrie Fisher as Princess Leia back in the 70s.
Okay.
And Carrie Fisher was alive when that happened. Obviously, she did not look the same.
No?
It was very obvious it was digital, but
Okay.
nowadays there are ways that they could have figured that out.
Got it.
And in 2014, they could have done it too, probably.
Mm-hmm.
But that was my whole. I was just like, oh, I wish that they had gotten Stuart Damon.
Yes, I thought the same thing. I was like, well, I don't understand why they're playing it that way.
But I did love how you were mentioning before that they had all three Carlys.
Yes.
Except for Jennifer. Which is actually mentioned in Maurice's book, and we will talk about it.
We should look and see how many episodes she actually did, though. Was it really that insignificant, or was the storyline insignificant, so they didn't bring her back for this episode?
I really don't remember. Let's do a 411 on the Carly we don't know.
There you go. We can do that. Because, yeah, I felt bad that they showed those three, and I knew there should be a fourth, but I wasn't sure if it was just because nothing traumatic had happened during that time to show, like, oh, we stayed together anyway, like with the other Carlys, or if maybe she just didn't want to do it. I don't know. I
did love how they transitioned between all of them, though. Like, had the previous one reference and then show.
Right. It was nice.
It was great.
It was a good episode. I liked that episode the first time it aired, so I was happy to watch it again.
Mm-hmm. I wonder what we'll get next week.
I don't know.
I don't know either. Hope it's good. They seem to be going further back. I mean, that was 2014. That was 6 years ago.
Yeah.
If we could get 10 plus, that would be fantastic.
I would be very happy. Yeah.
You have anything else to say about?
I don't. I would say my classic, oh, it was a good week. It kind of just let us through.
Long.
But that really was all that it was good. I don't have any complaints, but there was nothing shocking that happened.
Right. Do you think that Michael and Willow are going to, I don't know how they haven't figured it out yet. At least Willow.
Right. I know they're both naive.
We don't have to get into this again, but.
Yeah. I know they're both naive, but they shouldn't be that naive. I don't know. I kind of like to see them get married now.
I think that Finn is going to tell Willow if Chase doesn't.
You think?
Maybe.
See, I would like to see them get married because Nell is so convinced that she's going to win and that might change things up a little bit.
Oh, I don't think it's going to be like this week coming up that Finn's going to tell her. I do think that they are going to wind up getting married, but I do think that he might tell her,
Yeah. I mean, it would be good. She deserves to know. They all deserve to know.
Mm-hmm.
But I hope they get married first.
Yeah. Other than that, I really don't have anything either. So now we get to talk about our weeks.
Reality check.
Yay!
Did you learn a life skill this week?
I don't think I did.
You have one job, Amanda.
I know. I don't think I did. I was busy encouraging my children's life skills, kind of, sort of. So I think I get credit for that. Within 2 weeks, Megan will officially be a volunteer firefighter.
Yay!
So I did my mom duty of getting her work permit for her. Not that it was difficult, but they weren't sure how it was going to work because of all the quarantine stuff. So I got it all.
Younger too, so. She's younger too. She's not 16.
Yeah, you can get a work permit at 14.
Okay.
So, but you have to get it through the school, and obviously the school is not open. And normally you have to meet them in person with all your documents, which obviously you can't do right now. So it was actually easier. It worked out for me because you just had to email everything over and then they would mail it to you. But starting the process, I was not sure that's how it was going to go, and neither were the people at the fire station. So I thought it was going to be a big process or whatever. But anyway, she is down there right now helping clean the trucks and get everything nice and shiny and meeting everyone and getting her HIPAA training so that she can get the handy dandy app that tells her about all the calls and everything. So I'm going to pat myself on the back because that's not a dream that I would have for her, because I know it's not dangerous right now. She can't do anything real dangerous right now, but knowing that that's where we're heading, it was hard to step back and encourage her to do it when I would have preferred for her to just stay home and not do it.
awesome, though. I mean,
So, no, I'm super proud of her. I mean, it's a double-edged sword. Super proud of her, and she needs to follow her own interests. And she was on top of this and getting the information and figuring out how to do it and all that stuff, which good independent skills, good job, and all that. But
mhm.
there was a part of me that wanted to be like, yeah, no, sorry, can't do this.
It's hard, especially, when they want to do the good things
Yeah,
that can possibly be dangerous. It's
exactly.
it's hard.
It is. So, but I'm totally proud of her, and the people down there are wonderful. I say down there because it's right down the road from us, but they were all super excited to meet her and tell her everything about it and answer questions and make sure I was at ease with it. So I think it's going to be a really good experience for her, something for her to do outside of being in her sister's shadow all the time. And so I'm super excited for her, but
Well,
as
good.
well sad as a mom. So how about you? You had a big mom week too.
Yeah, I've raised an adult.
You're supposed to say it with more enthusiasm than that.
I don't want him to be.
But he's a good adult. You've done a good job. And you know you're not anywhere close to near done. So,
No, well, thanks. But it was just, I thought I was doing really well. So I did learn the life skill. I think that I've baked a cake from scratch before, but this one, I mean, typically, it's just easier to just go grab the Duncan Hines or whatever, Betty Crocker, and
yeah.
whip it and just do a typical can frosting, which I do know that I have made my own frosting before because a
Hmm.
couple years ago he wanted a peanut butter cup and Oreo cake. God bless Facebook memories for reminding me of this stuff. And so I did do that. And like I've made his cakes before, but this one took the cake. Um, I made from scratch a chocolate cake with a chocolate ganache middle with a thin layer of peanut butter on top. I should have used more peanut butter because when I was tasting the ratio, it was fine. But then once you added another layer of chocolate cake on top of it, I should have added more peanut butter.
Oh, okay.
I made my own chocolate buttercream icing and I made fondant for the first time and I made it peanut butter flavored
Ooh.
because I was making a Stranger Things cake. So I know I didn't want white. So I was like, what color? And I didn't want black. So did peanut butter and it made it like a nice off-white, light brown type thing. And I made the Mind Flayer, which is in season 3. I made it out of chocolate and then I stuck it right on top of the cake at the very end, like the last moment. And we used M&Ms and made the Christmas lights around the side. And I got mini Eggo waffles and stuck it probably like every few spaces around the base. I think there was like 5 mini Eggo waffles. And I wrote happy birthday in Stranger Things font.
It was awesome. I was
It was,
impressed.
I was impressed. I'm
You
gonna
should be impressed. You need to
I
like put a picture up so everyone can see because you deserve to take a bow for that. That was awesome.
Well, I did make those veggie tail cakes a couple years ago at my other house for my daughter's birthday.
Yeah, but Veggie Tales is a little easier than
Yeah.
Stranger
Bob the tomato is round. I used a
Things.
round cake, and then
Exactly.
I made 2 round yeah, Larry was easy too.
Right.
The French peas, they were cupcakes. So yeah, Stranger Things was tough. And it was nice because my ex came over and we've never talked about it on the show, but like they do have a little sister
Hmm.
that with him. I know you know that.
Right.
It's, what, it's his story, it's his business. So I don't share his stuff. But he brought her over for his birthday and she was so excited. She brought this bag and she's like, "It's your birthday! It's your birthday!
Oh,
Open it!" And I mean, she was ready for him to open it and she was just so excited for him. And they played outside, which was nice. And he's such a good big brother. It was
that's
nice though. And
awesome.
my husband's parents FaceTimed with us and my ex's parents Zoomed with us. So we all did happy birthday together. So which we've had the capability of doing for how long and we've never done before. We've just always
Hmm.
done our family. Typically, they celebrate his birthday or their birthdays, like when they go with him for the weekend, and then they come home and we do our own, and it's always separate.
Right.
This is what I naively wanted when we separated because I thought it was you just have holidays together with the kids and move on.
Yes.
It's taken some time to get here,
Mhm.
but we're here now and it's good. So yeah, I don't know why we never thought to. And then we always go out to dinner with my in-laws. Like that's their thing, is for everyone's birthday, they always take everyone out for dinner. So, but couldn't do that this year. So
Yeah.
we just all did it digitally. So it was nice.
Very nice.
And I realized yesterday, this is the longest amount of time that I've had my kids in straight days since my daughter was 6 months old,
Oh my gosh.
because they have not gone over to their dad's since quarantine, because he lives a little ways away and he works retail. So, and there's just a lot of factors that go into it. And
Right.
if he has to work, he's not going to leave them home,
Right. There's no point in taking them if you're not going to spend time with them.
Right. And typically when he does, even on his weekends, if he has to work, he takes them to his parents' house and they get to hang out with, them and whatever. But his parents are shut down. So, yeah, that was a very interesting revelation, because she's sick
Yeah, that's crazy.
and they go every other year or every other week. And, we alternate holidays. I have not had my kids at home for this long of a period of time.
Huh.
So
Yeah, no, this is the first weekend since shutdown that my kids went to their dads. And so now it feels weird again, like starting all over of not having them on weekends, because I'm used to them being home consistently all the time. But we just started sharing within the past 3 years. So
well, you've also worked together up until a certain point.
right. But, we've been off and on. That's a whole nother podcast story. We've been off and on so many times for so long. But this was the first, consistently that we have had to share them. So I was used to them being back home again, and now they're gone, and the house is very quiet.
You need to go take a nap. So yeah, that was my week.
It was a good week. You did a good job. Madeline saw your cake and said it looked yummy. So
it was.
You got her seal of approval.
Sweet. My future child.
Yes, exactly.
So sweet. Yeah, so on Thursday, we are going to be sharing our first book club. We're going to be talking about Maurice Bernard's Nothing General About It.
I'm excited.
Me too. It was a really good book.
It was a good book.
So yeah, check us out on Thursday to hear more about the book.
And have a good week.
And we'll meet you at the pier.
Bye.
Bye.
If you enjoyed today's show, we invite you to go to peer54podcast.com to subscribe on your favorite platform. Don't forget to leave us a review.
And you can also follow us on many social media channels. Just search for Peer 54 Podcast. Also, we are not perfect, so if there is something that we missed or messed up, just let us know by emailing us at peer54podcast@gmail.com.
Pay attention. The ferry leaves at 10 a.m. Roads are busy.
Great.
Dad, pack the boot.
Yeah.
Rosie, got your teddy?
Uh-huh.
Honey, how's the car?
Windows clean, car wax
I
covered.
meant the tyres.
Oh, sorted them at Quick Fit last week.
Brilliant.
Planning the perfect getaway this summer? Make sure your tyres are up for the job. Book today at quickfit.com or your local centre. Quick Fit. Drive away happy every time.